Hello, my lovely spectators. Didi here. Welcome to my studio. So, today we see a bunch of bits and bobs. This is another video for the Enchanted Dreams digital journaling kit by Dahlia from Mandalay Cards and More over on YouTube. And so I have been posting little videos here and there of the things that I'm doing, and ultimately we're gonna have a complete flip through of what I created. So right now the journal is more or less created. The signatures are in, the cover as you've seen was done. I made some clusters which have been put in. There are pockets and belly bands and all kinds of goodies already in place. Now I need stuff to fill those pockets. So I started with cutting out her designs, which were included in the kit, and that's these guys here. I am going to need to punch a hole if I can find my hole puncher. Punch a hole into the ones that are tags and find some thread or string or something to put through. So I will be doing that. I did ink slightly. I'm not doing as heavy an ink as I usually am. If you know me from my stuff on my channel, you know I love a good ink. I love it grungy and all over the place and dark. Try to be a little more reserved with this. Subtle. Try to be more subtle. So let me show you what I did do besides the inking to these. So I had originally printed them out, and I'm gonna need to adjust some of these. I don't know what's going on there. So I had some double-sided paper, not double-sided, adhesive cardstock, and so my idea was to put that cardstock behind these printouts that I did, because I had printed them out on just, you know, some nice paper that I had. And so all of these are printed, and then I stuck them to the cardstock, and I decided to use yellow. So within this particular journal, right, you know, the whole idea of the Beast and the Beauty, you have a lot of lush blues and golds and reds, you know, for the love and the heart and all the stuff like that. So I've been using a lot of blues, but I wanted to incorporate something else. So instead of a stark gold, this nice yellow, and it has a little bit of a texture. So I did ink around. Some of it's lifting. I'm not sure if that's lack of me pressing on them well or not. So what I plan to do is include these into the journal. I'm not going to decorate these at all, really, because they are already beautiful designs, you know. So like this one may seem like, oh, it could use a little something something, but I'm going to leave those be, and I'm just going to place them into the journal, into pockets and behind belly bands and wherever else I need to do. So these are like kind of ready to go. These guys do need to have a little something through them. I've used this gold in certain places. I have some blue in certain places. I also had a red, but I don't know where the rest of. There's like a little piece left. Don't know where it's at. I have this that I've cut apart. So I do need to figure out what I want to put on here, what would go best, because again, these are also backed by that yellow. So putting some blue with it might be nice. And again, they all have lovely designs, and some do, you know, can be decorated on. But again, I'm just going to add these as they are into the journal. I don't know what I'm doing with the journal at the end of the day. That being said, meaning I don't know if I'm going to keep it, if I'm going to sell it, if I'm going to give it to somebody. I have yet to decide where I'm going to go with it. And if there's any kind of interest. So I have some of this inside the kit as well. So what I did was I did make a bunch of journaling cards. So here what I did was I took the background pages and I printed them 4 to a page. So they came out really small. I got this beautiful soft blue, I think it's called. is it called soft blue? What is it called? Pale blue or some, I don't know. It's really a nice blue. It goes well. This is the colors that my printer is printing it, so it goes well with those. Unfortunately, we had this, but I am going to be adding some, I'm going to be embellishing these. So I printed out all the backgrounds that did not have the outline, and I just glued them onto these cards, right? So there'll be some journal cards in here that are relative to what she has designed. So I'm gonna add to those in a minute. I also decided to do another set of cards, and I ripped up some music page. The reason I ripped up the music page is because I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm going to tell you now that besides the pages from Dahlia's kit, I use vintage coffee dyed music sheets. That's all I used. So it has some other pages in it, and I think it looks, to me, it looks wonderful. Even, you know, it's junk journal-esque because it does have that, you know, old paper into it. You got the vintage, you got the stained, etc., but it's still clean, and that's what I was looking for. So I wanted to make a few more items that had the music that just weren't the pages. So I cut a bunch of these, and I've inked them, and I've inked around all of these before sitting down with you, and I've been fussy cutting loads of the things that she has. And mind you, I think there's still 3 pages of stuff to fussy cut. So there is a lot going on in this this kit for sure. So what I want to do is I want to adhere some of these elements down. So I was thinking to kind of mix and mash the music and the ribbon. I don't know if I want to put if I put the ribbon here, I lose the edge of the inking, so I might put it like this. And then, you know, find some of the elements that I feel would be nice on here. And just, you know, put some stuff together. You know me. I just put it there, and if it looks good and it feels good, I'll be like, oh, that's done. So to me, that could be done. Then I could take another piece, right? They're all the same size. They're all going to kind of be in the same orientation because the other ones, these are all on this orientation, right? And I can have, again, can add, this time, add some red to it, right? As a difference on it. And then look for something else that I could put on here to make it pop and stand out. So that's what I kind of want to do, right? And you know, like the book, right? And then maybe this with the Once Upon a Time over here, or something of that along those lines. Not sure. So I'm gonna lay them out. Let's lay them out, right? So you know, I also have keys. Now there are tens of keys that are in the thing, and as much as I like them, and I cut out, listen, I cut out these little things, and I cut out these little things. I couldn't. I couldn't do the keys. And also it gave me opportunities to bring a different texture and a different vibe into what we were doing here. So I think I'm going to put this here. Let's grab a piece of this gold, maybe to hide down the middle, but then we're going to throw the book right there, and we'll do that as a page. Okay. And then we'll move on to another one, okay? And we will put another piece of paper, another one of our lovely pages there. And then, let's see, what fits there? What do we have going on here? So we have, we have the beast looking off into wherever. We do also have some words going on here, and I should probably organize this a little better, but that would be too easy, guys. That would be too easy. I'm looking for one of his cloches. I know I cut out a number of cloches that hold the little, there we go, that hold this in there, right? So we can have something along those lines. So now adding another piece of ribbon or something like this I can do just to have something there. And then I have, where is it? I can have, you know, the labels going on because there's some labels in here. And I know that there are, yes, I cut out these guys, right? Now that and that is too close, so I might just put one of the little hearts there, okay? And that can be, to me, considered done, okay? I'm easy to please, guys, you know that. So I'm just gonna give you a little insight. I'm not gonna have you sit here with me gluing everything together. That's gonna be too much of an expectation here. This is pretty. I could put this here, okay? And then we can also just put over here once upon a time, just to have a little bit of fun on here, right? Once upon a time. And you know what? We could add a little word up here, Rose. And to me, she is done. Okay? And then we're gonna just keep going. Okay? So we're gonna stack that up. Now some of them of course do not fit this way. So of course they're gonna wind up going. This is a little bit too big, but it does allow me the opportunity to maybe put some of this in a different position, right? And I also have some of this string that pulled off of a ribbon that I could just add right there in here, right? And then we'll look for postage because we're mailing our lovely letters, and not something in the same color. Let's find something else. Okay, so we have special. It has the word entry, which I don't particularly like, but I do like the word special. So you can, or we can, kind of, you know, do something along those lines, which I'm gonna go with that. I think that looks cool. Okay, and then we're gonna put this one over here. And let's find something for Belle because Belle hasn't shown up yet. And let's also give her a little something to lean on. Right? Let's say we do something along those lines. We place her here somehow. Okay. Remember, I just, you know, I go for it. Midnight Ball. That looks good to me. It needs one more little element, something that may have to do with the ball. I need something that's in a different color. Okay, I have she has a lot of postage stamps in here, which I don't mind. I just we needed a little something, and I think that's good. We're gonna call that one done and done too. Okay, here's our next one. So let's see, we can have a letter, we can have our fairy tale tab on there somehow. We're going to have what is that called again? We're going to have our little wax seal. Wax seal, oh my goodness, wax seal. Yes. And then I have a couple of these guys that are like more strippy, little strips. So I might include that down here. Let's see. Right? We're gonna have Moon Magic. Because why not? There. And then a little something up here. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, we can have a True Love. That's up here. Right? True Love. Maybe we can do something like this. Fairy Tale True Love. I think so. And then over here, it's blank. I will leave it blank because you know what? If you want to be inventive, you could actually just write something yourself. Okay, and then we're going to have this guy. And we're going to have this. And then let's take another piece of... actually no, I could add keys in here. I've been completely falling asleep on the fact that I have these beautiful keys that are here. And I also have this gold thread. So let's see here. We're gonna have, let's do another, no, let's do, no, can't do that book. Cannot do that book. We did a cloche already. We have another cloche. Oh, we have these beautiful blue, and yes, I like that. These beautiful florals. Let's find something in a different color. Let's do True Love. Let's add a little bit of this gold behind here and silver, right? Well, it's not silver, it's white, but it looks silver. And let's see, I have another one of these kind of, do I want to put that there? That might be a little bit off right there, but I think we have another another something to just kind of, no, there's another little tiny number. There we go. Here we go. I found it. Maybe. Okay, this was a maybe. I can also put a gold, right, and for a little bit of accent, a black key. Okay, so these are the guys that I'm gonna do. So you know what, I'm gonna, oh, my laptop's almost falling off the table. I'm gonna move some of this goodies. Okay, so this is what's going into the journal. I'm gonna work on those later. And now we're gonna look at these guys here. So here we have the writing. So of course there's writing on the back, but you know what, we also have this. So what I think I want to do is I want to look for some of something like that I can position here. That's going to kind of, you know, just be fun and stuff. I can do on top of this flower, I'm going to put that guy. Next to it, I'm going to put the one that it's screwed down. Okay. Then maybe I'll put the word magic over here. And let's see here. Let's see, something else. Something small that has to do with writing. I think that would look cool. Okay. We also have this. I could do that. And I really do want to add another little, I know there's scrolls in here and all kinds of goodies that she put together. Yeah. So I'm not finding my little, I didn't use them all up. I couldn't have. That's not possible. So now I'm contemplating, how do I feel about this so far? I don't want to take up the writing on the front and also the back. So you know what? I think I'm going to call that done. What I might do is possibly add a little bit of this behind that before I glue it down. So we're going to call this one, that's how it's going to look. We're going to do that later. Now this one specifically, I knew that this one existed and I'm glad I was right there. But it's a little too much blue on blue. I also wanted to incorporate her, and even though she is rather large for it, I still wanted her because that's the dress that she wore. So I knew I was going to look for her. And there was something else in here that I liked, you know, that I wanted to add. So maybe, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Stop lying to yourself. What is it? I want to add a little bit of red. So again, I need to put it here. I do need to put it here. No, this is not going to work. I could use it as something, but it doesn't spell out anything, which, you know, doesn't, I don't know, I don't like that much. That happens every now and then. Enchanted Stars, I don't mind that. And oh, look here, this stupid scroll. That's what I was looking for. There it goes. See, you know you want it to be there. Okay, we're not gonna use this. I need something here. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this, add it here. I'm gonna tuck this under there. And you know what? Let's add a key. Let's see how that looks. I don't have many left because I did incorporate them already into the journal. So I kind of want to have that. So I'm good with that. I think that that's a nice little composition there. And so I will glue that together like that. All right. Now with this one, I feel, let's see what else we have. We've got some blues. Okay. So we've got two of these that are very basic and plain, and that's fine. So again, we have a lot of opportunity to incorporate this having a little bit of writing space, but I also want to incorporate some of the other elements. So for me, I think I want to add Lumiere here. Now, I could put him someplace else, but someplace else doesn't have writing space. So for me, adding him there. So now let's readjust on this side and see if there's something else that I might like a little bit better. You know, some of that writing element there. So maybe that can be on this side. We'll put Lumiere on that side. And let's see here. We can put something like this. We can stagger something like that. Yes. And then we're gonna add some ribbon in there somehow, but we're gonna do that. Perfect. Okay. Now I know Mrs. Potts is here. And Mrs. Potts, she takes up a lot of space. So we may have to put her someplace else. But there were other things. There were other things, like the literature that is loved so much by our lovely Belle, right? So we're gonna do that. And let's see here. Oh, this is a Miss Potts. We could put this there, having a cup of tea with a little read. I think that's good. I think I'm gonna go with that. Let's see here. Do I want to add a little bit of something down the side? I could add, let's see what else I could add. Something else. We can do something maybe like this, that it's enchanted. Okay, so I'm gonna work on that, but that looks like how the direction I would be going. Perfect. Okay, now we have these to go. So I would have loved, well, I could turn this upside down. And I'm gonna put Mrs. Potts over here to cover up the little faux pas that happens when I was doing something. I don't know what happened, right? So I do want to have one with Mrs. Potts. Oh wait, I have the, what's his face? She also included our little here he goes, the clock dude. Let's see if this is a better fit. Yes, perfect, better fit. So we have the clocky guy. The clocky guy. Let's put a little bit of this, and let's put a little bit of that. And then we're gonna look for something else that we can add. Maybe we do something like this, right? Maybe we put this up here, right? Because it is a dark, if you wanted to have some more writing, we could do this. We'll adjust this, and then let's see. What else? What else can we have? That would be interesante. Interesante. You know, it's just kind of silly, but I like it because I like the blue and the blue and the blue. Admit one. Okay. And then we can add a little bit 25 cents admission on there, and we'll just keep it all in the blue tones, right? And then, you know what? Let's throw a key on there for the black hands there. So this will be what's going to be in this card. Okay, and then we have another dark one, and this one also I think we could turn, so maybe we'll use Mrs. Potts. See, Mrs. Potts. I don't want to cut Mrs. Potts. You know what? She's going to get used on the inside. Because the thing is, I also want to include decorating stuff on the inside. So that's a thing. Let's add this guy there. Let's see. We have quite a bit of postage included in here. We do have some writing. We have a lot of little things here, right? Ooh, this is fun. Not with this, though, I don't think. We have these big ones. No, they need to have their own little something or other. Okay. What is this? What is this stuck to? Oh. Oh, no. What is going to go with this? We already have light in there. Okay, maybe that one goes inside. I like this. I like this. I don't want this. I want something where we could do a little writing. Okay. And then let's do something along these lines, maybe. Or you know what? Like I said, I'll turn it upside down and I'll put it here because I feel better like that with another letter up here. Right? Or maybe we just do this. That's a possibility. I don't mind that. I think that looks good. Okay. Okay. Trying to see if I can put some other labels in here. Okay. Just trying to bring everything up into here to see what we can put together. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to cover some of the things that I feel like don't, you know, you have magic spell, which is nice. Do I have something else? Something else? Something. There was another little, another little taggy kind of thing. I don't know if that goes. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. And I think maybe we do something along those lines to bring the flowers. All right, I feel like that's good. Now this one has a lot going on, so let's see if we have another blank. Oh, we do. We have another little blank area that we can offer as a space to write. Let's put this one here. And I like, let's see, I like the clock. Like the clock here. This could, I think this could be that way or that way. So let's see, do we have another one that might be a little nicer? We've got this. It has a lot more color to it. But I think it takes away from what's happening there. Okay, let's do this. Let's put this one back here. All right, I'll put the clock there. We'll put True Love on the bottom here. Okay. I have another little piece of blue that I'm going to try to incorporate somewhere. The clock will be incorporated here. And the candle will be kind of free floating there. It's okay. It's all right. Let's see here. I know, guys, I know, so much to use. I kind of like the postage stamp too, just to add that little bit. True Love. Maybe this is getting better. The blue has to be here somewhere. I'm not sure, but it's going to get put there. So that's going to be that one. So we're down to one card that we're going to try to decorate here or set up the decorations. And I love this. I don't know if this is too what's the word, too much for that page. But we have castle. I know there was a few words that I wanted to that I was holding on to, and the other one is beast. He's in here someplace. Okay. Beauty and the Beast. We got the book. We got some more literature. Where is it, guys? Where is it? I know it's here. I know I didn't use it. Okay, I found Beast. I know there's a beauty in here as well. Come on. Oh, here she goes, beauty. Okay. So I wanted to put these three on the page, right? So maybe we put it on here, possibly. Okay, we've got beauty. Okay, we've got beauty, beast, the beauty and the beast, something like this. And maybe, let's see, how about that? Beauty and the Beast. And this one won't have a writing space. Let's see, up here, Beauty and the Beast. And then maybe we put this little tag, forever. We could put it like no, that doesn't, that looks kind of corny. I'm gonna make it a tag, a tab. Oh goodness, I like the idea of the book, but then the rose makes it there's more visual like that. And then I could put the forever right there, right? And then I have a bunch of little hearts that were cut out of one of the things. They are like little sparkle hearts that I think I'm going to incorporate all throughout the page. I'll just sprinkle them on there. Let me find all the little hearts. Yeah, because one of the keys has a bunch of hearts as the center, and I kept all the hearts because hello hearts, love ya. Okay, so we still have a ton of stuff here. That's fine, because you know what, we still have a ton of pages that need a little something something on them. So all of this little bit of ephemera, for the most part, a good portion of it is going to be put within the pages of the journal. I don't think I have any more gold ones. Okay. And so this is going to be, you know, with the little hearts scattered around, is going to be that one. Okay, so now we have a bunch of these pieces that are rather big. They'll add little pops here and there to, and then maybe we'll incorporate that one there too, I'm not sure. And so we have a bunch that are going to go there. Okay, now there is one other thing that I was going to create, which is this, the large tab that I said that I had going on. And this tab is going to have, it's going to be like a bookmark. So it'll be like this, probably a little dangle from here too, which I'm not 100% sure just yet. But what is going to be the thematic presence here is my thing that I need to decide. Like, I love that she has so many of these. I love these. I think that they are beautiful. I also love other pieces that she has, right? So when I have this big tab, it's modeled after like a whale tail. I could even add this right here, which maybe I will. And then on the other side, I know there's another one in here, which is just books and flowers to add some stiffness. So I'll probably do that, right? And then I'm definitely going to be adding parts of this in swirls, so definitely going to want to swirl some of that there. I know that's excessive, it's not going to be that bad. I love this and this as part of what's going to go on there. I also love this blue. She has a blue one. Did I use the blue one already? Did I put the blue one someplace? Is that what happened? Nope, here it goes. There's the blue one, which was I thought was brilliant. I can also put a blue and a red, right? Because those are the things. So we'll put these other places, right? And then on the other side, I leave one, leave the other side usually empty because, it's one-sided. I might do both sides. I'm gonna keep it flat. So if we do one side in this fashion, so these really big ones will go into the journal for sure. And then what we can do is having more of that gold and red. Let's do on the other side. Let's set up the other side. We can have a picture of the castle, which we have already here. We can have another literature kind of thing, which we have there. We can use a heart, which we don't have there, but that's still good. And let's see what else we can put. I think we have oh, there's gotta be something. Oh, I'll use this. So this was a wax seal that she has in the picture, and I put glossy accents on it. So it faded it out, but it's still very usable. Maybe I'll include that on the page, on the back side, because it's still flat. Let's see. I don't want to put the admit one. Let's see. Let's put a postage, but all the postages seem to have, are they all of the castle? Just taking a quick another quick look. Speak of the proper English. All right, let's see this. Yeah, they're all the same thing. So maybe behind it all, as a backdrop, we'll have some, so I can have some other colors popping through, and we can put the wax seal and then the rose. So this cluster looks as weighty as that cluster, so I think that is going to work out. So that's going to be the back of this. All right, so let's see. I've gone over this. It's been 37 minutes. That's what they're going to look like. So I'm going to let you go. You don't have to see me glue these things together, right? This is my cookie process. And if I start gluing this together, this video is going to be forever long. But I hope you're intrigued enough to see them when they're finalized and placed into the journal. So I don't know if I'll have another one before the look through. So the next one might just be the journal's actual full on, because I don't film every single thing that I do, but I thought you might like to see some of the more clusters and journal cards that I was making for it, to be included. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this, and if you're intrigued and you're new, please subscribe. If you are a good old regular, thank you so much for coming back over and over again. And yeah, give me a like, give me a comment, anything you would have done differently. Yeah, so hopefully you will come back, and until next time, ciao ciao, bye.